One, two, three, go! Hey everybody, are you guys, I'm down at Angie's here again. You know, my friend Angie went to school with. This job we did, remember we did all these stumps here, did this job we did in the backyard. Well, have you guys, I know I haven't showed you guys this 357. Have you guys ever seen this 357, this Husky? I had it walkerized years ago. It's a Husky 357 XP. I put a wraparound bar on it with big dogs, and I'm gonna tell you something, this little power saw is angry. It cuts a cord, a little over a cord per tank. I remember I was ripping a ton of firewood, buying logging truckloads of firewood, and I was ripping a ton of firewood back in them days. That's a long time ago I bought that power saw. It is nuts. I didn't have it turned on. You could fall second growth with this all day. If there's any excavator operators watching right now and you're new in the industry, I wouldn't expect a veteran excavator operator, land clearer, logger, even ditch digger, pipe layer. You should be throwing enough wood around to know to not do this, knowing that this is for firewood to be cut. Have you ever cut any firewood? So I would be led to believe that this man operating this excavator had never run power saw, never cut firewood, because look what he's done. For starters, it's right on the ground when there's logs. I came and fell all this wood. You guys were here with me on this job, and there's short lengths everywhere. It was all processed. All he needed to do was throw 2 or 3 logs down and then throw the logs on top of the, you know what I mean, the other way, like a skid log, we call it, skid log. Well, look what he's done instead, throwing it right on the ground. And not only that, he's decided to do a little of this for us. Yeah, a little rocks and dirt for the mix. Hey, good morning. Quick scenario, okay? You go to a job. You do your part of your job, okay? Say you're this excavator operator. I'm just interjecting here for a minute because I'm thinking as I'm building this video, okay? And you go in and you do your part of the job, whatever it may be, and you leave. And then there's people coming in behind you to do their part of the job. Do you think you're not being judged on your work? Because you are. You are. Here's a scenario. As fallers, okay, we get judged. It's a harsh word, yes, but it's fact. It's truth, and it's reality. People come in, they look at our stumps. If your stump's haywire and you got Dutchmans and your corners are all cut off and your guts are cut out and all this is just haywire and you're all crazy, that people come in and go, that guy can't fall timber, he's green. It's how it is, unfortunately. Okay? This man on the excavator could have been having a rough day, could have been in a pinch, could be green. I actually know he's fairly green. So, but here's the scenarios. I'm just interjecting because this is important stuff to me. I get asked by subscribers and people, hey, Buck, and I'm going to open a new business. Any idea? Yes, I do have an idea. Leave absolutely no scrutiny, because people are talking about your work. Straight up, simple. Don't you, when you see a job, don't you go, man, this guy done a nice job, or this guy did not do a very good job, we're not getting them back. If they're diplomatic people and they like you and you're a nice guy, they may give you an opportunity and say, hey, listen, partner, we like you and we know you're, but listen, we can't have this go on like this. So for next time, could you put some logs down and put this up and keep the dirt out of it? Because you know what I mean? You knew that was a firewood pile. That's firewood. Well, firewood means power saws and chains and stuff like that. So you see what I'm saying, friends? So you're being judged on your work. You just are. So leave no scrutiny. Do extra so that when they come in, they go, this guy done a nice freaking job. I'm going to commend him. And guess what? I'm going to refer him to all my friends because he's done one hell of a job. But if it's the other way around, like this one, this fella needs a talking to. He does. This can't happen again. You know, I mean, so I needed to interject the video for a minute, because if you think you're not being judged on your work, you're highly mistaken. So leave no scrutiny, friends, because remember, you're working for yourself. Even when you're working for that big company, or you're working for me, or working for anybody, you're working for yourself. In the end, you are. Back to the show. Isn't that nice? It's everywhere. It's all through here. It's gross, actually. So if you're an excavator operator and you're just starting out, take the freaking time to do this properly. Just throw 3-4 logs down underneath, running the other way. Skid logs, and lay your logs out there. It's nuts. On a positive note, this Mac 700 is crazy. This Pro Mac 700, it's nuts. Okay, watch this 700 cut. This is riddled in rocks. I don't even feel like cutting this right now. I had to pull it out of the pile first. It's literally, it's mud. Watch this thing cut, friends. It's really nice. Need some fuel. Okay, friends, just a little tutorial here, for lack of a better word, on the new replacement fuel lines for the McCULLOCH. You know, the 1010 series and the Pro Mac. You know, the fuel lines that always, over time, they leak. You know, these ones. This thing's still perfect, actually, except for this has shrunk. And it leaks like mad through there. So I've just... What you got to do, friends, is what I found you got to do is... See, I'll show you. See the size of that now that it, you know, it's been worn and it's up over the nipple, right? Okay. Well, here's a new one. I just want to show you something. Here's one here. The hole, I'll just show you through the, well, I'll rip it out of the plastic. There's no sense in, get out my 60s pocket knife here and show you. They're great. Actually, they're great. I'm quite tickled with them. And a humongous shout out to Rustrail on the channel. The man has got a heart of gold. He sent me 12 of them. like, he knows I'm a busy guy, and yeah, I could go looking for this and stuff, but he just, you know, Rustrail's a good man. Thanks, Rustrail. I really appreciate it, buddy. He sent me, you know, as a gift, for my birthday, I think. Good man, I appreciate that. Anyways, I love him. For starters, there we go. She's not leaking, that's for darn sure. It's tight in there, and I'll tell you something. They made them strong. Like, you got a reef on it to get it through that hole. So obviously, yeah, see, some of them are quite thick, actually. You can see this one seems a little thicker. But anyway, they go in this way through the tank, and then out through the carburetor box here, air box. And then you grab it, and you got a reef on it. Put a little bit of lube, maybe a little bit of grease on there. It's not going to hurt, it's going to help you. Little grease there. Pull her through, then look at, friends, look at the difference. Actually, this one's even different. This one, the last one I had was narrower here. They're good fits. It's tough plastic. Don't be afraid to grab a knife and just literally just open a little bit. If you're struggling, that's if you're struggling. It'll go, but they're a good fit. It's on. I mean, we're rocking here. I reckon this thing's pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna throw my wraparound bars on this saw now. This is that 700. ProMax 700 that a buddy of mine gave me, and it was in rough shape. I'll be honest, it was in rough shape. But if I'm not mistaken, oh, I don't have a starter on it. Let's put a starter on it. I'll get Jackie in a minute. Friends, we're back on. We're dropping on a wraparound bar on this ProMax 700. It's a powerhouse. It is literally a powerhouse. I'm really happy with it. I got it going. Little bar, cute little bar, but yeah. Great for one of the 1010s with just the steel bar. You know what I mean? So here it is. Clutch. Okay. Now, let's have a look and see. I've got an 850 here. Or pardon me, a Super Pro 81 carcass here. Yeah, it's seized. Or is it? Yeah, it's not. Oh yeah, it's not good. Well, it's not seized, actually. Actually, it's not seized. Interesting. But, actually, that'll be interesting. Huh. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, anyway. I just want to see if there's any way we could use this. There might be, you know, friends. There just might be. But it is a completely different system. So I don't... Oh! Just a minute now. No, I don't think we will. I think we'll have to take one off the 1010. Yeah, see, there's the... Yeah, there it is there, you see? Different system completely. There's the bars. They don't fit, right? They sit down lower, you see? You see, like this. Well, wouldn't that be nifty? Like if you could put this here. And let's see. Oh dear, are we close or what? We are really close. Just a minute, let's see. We're not that far off. How could that work? Wow, that would be so cool if we could get that to work. Yeah. Talk to you. That was a project. That was a real project. But we now have a sweet ProMax 700. Oh yeah. With a wraparound bar, friends. Look. Hey? It's even got its mounts, which it don't matter because it's floating free now. That is so cool. Look at that. Is very cool. Whoops, what was that? Oh, that's that chunk of... I gotta put some tape on that. That is cool. Very cool. I'm excited. Look at that. Wraparound bar. So what's happening there? Oh yeah. Right. I should get some dogs so the dog sits down on itself there. That's pretty sweet, friends. Okay, I'll put a starter on it. We'll give it a pull. Huh. I kind of like it. Okay, this power saw, I'm telling you, it came to me, I thought it was done. I literally thought it was done, completely seized and wiped out. And it actually didn't have spark, and then all of a sudden it had spark. It's one of those things, I love it when that happens. But yeah, it screams. I ran it yesterday, but the bar was hooped on it. I'm gonna take the bar, like it was going halfway through the cut and then binding because of the bar was wandering, and there's not much left for chain on it. So I'm gonna fix up the bar and take it for another cut today. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey everybody, how we doing? When I do I got a full house 28-inch chain on this 700, this Pro Max 700. You would never see the grind. You'd never see it from the camera, but it's just, they're scary looking. You know what oh, this is nice. I wonder if you could see this. Let's see. Let's. Can you guys see up in there? I don't think so. The GoPro doesn't work. Let's see. Let's try. Like, here, I'll put my arm behind it. Can you see up in there? Gosh almighty, that's crazy looking. What about here? What if we come this way? Like, what about that? Can you see up in there? Anyway, so what I do, friends, when I'm doing my rakers, is you've got with a full house chain, I'm talking, full house. You've got with the Husky, you've got a soft and a hard setting. We got a lot of softwood here. We pretty much just run softwood setting, but when I have full, if I was on skip tooth right now, I would run softwood, but I'm on my hardwood setting because I've got full house. Full house is a much more aggressive chain, obviously, especially with a grind. I'm talking with a grind here. So when I file my rakers, I just file them all one way. I don't be swapping out sides. I don't care if it makes a squeak here and there. This is what I do. It's about 10 times as fast as the other way. So you see what I mean? I just go one side, friends. Boom. Make sure you get on there. This is a great little raker gauge. But this is, I'm on the hard setting, like I say, because I'm rocking full house, okay? Now, if you find that you're squeaking like crazy, yes, sir, absolutely. Oh, friends, just in. This is a news flash, just hot off the press. Ryan McPheeters, you have axes coming your way, 3 of them precisely. Jason McCULLOCH and Richard Payne from the UK. Also, there's an Alex Loughton apparently having axes coming as well. This just in. Mike Terry packed up, ready to go. Axes leaving Canada. This just in. Darren Frout as well. Devin, you're in there as well, my friend, obviously. We also have a couple of surprise names, not on the list yet. Back to the show. This way, you will if you go straight across. But if you turn your file on an angle, it's not as bad, I find. It still squeaks a bit, but it's not as bad. This is going to be a scary scenario. This is going to cut. Who's that? I just put that video up of me and Bob Walker. Hey, wasn't that fun? Barry Reynolds. How are you, Barry? Bucking, you're a lucky man. Bob Walker is a legend. Yes, he is, my friend. You're freaking right, he's a legend. Lots of people know that, but not quite a few people don't. I just want him to get known before, you know, he's in his 70s. You know, I want people to understand and know Bob Walker. And I'm not kidding you, he's a McCULLOCH wizard. I'm going to get him to do my 81. We're going to do it together. I want to learn some stuff before Bob gets too old so he can't see it anymore. Then maybe I can help him do it, and he can tell me what to do. You see what I mean? Bobby, if you're watching, that's what I'm talking about, buddy. So, hardwood, friends. You can see that the rakers are quite high on this. I don't care if it squeaks. I'm not gonna flip the bar over for it just because it squeaks. So fast doing it this way. Just press on your file a little harder or whatever. Wow. The rakers really needed a go here. Friends, you guys have to have a watch at this. I can't wait to cut with it. Full house though. Might grab a bit, eh? They're amazing. You know, they really are. They're amazing little creatures. I can't believe this thing runs like it does. It was carburetor, eh? Gosh. It just runs so good. Sits there and idles. Boy, oh boy. Over, dude. Okay, hey, listen, everybody. How's everybody? I hope you're all well. Truly I do. Now listen up. Vintage axe making. I'll tell you something right now. I'm going to show you this. I hope my battery lasts. I'm going to show you this because it's very interesting, and if you ever run into it, this is crazy. Now, I already made this axe. I made this English head. You guys heard me talk about the English head. Okay. Well, I got it out again and I looked at it and I did one of these and it was off a bit, eh? And I remember putting this head on. It was hell. And the reason being is because the cheek has been smacked and you can't fix it. It's such a beautiful head. I mean, you could heat it and try and get something in there and that's a tough one. Right on the middle of the cheek. How do you get in and pop that out? You could do it. Yes, you could. You could heat it up, put something in there and twist. But then you've got... So anyway, regardless. I know I'm talking fast. I want to tell you something. Friends, this is hilarious. Look at the axe. Can you see that? All the material I took off here. I'll fix this up so it looks a little bit normal. But actually, I might not even do it. This is a beautiful axe. It's made in England. It's a wedge banger. It's not a chopper. It'll chop very nicely. It's sharp. But my point is, friends, I had to take a whole pile of material off of one side so that this head would go and drop down and sit on there. I am telling, so now I got to drop my kerf down a bit. But I'll tell you something. It goes on quite good now, but it's straight. I just can't believe how it was... And the fit is good. Yeah, it's going to go down. I might just... It's been beat, okay? There's a teeny little gap right... Like, I mean teeny. But I don't know. I think I'm going to live with it. I honestly do on this one, friends. It just... I'll see what happens when I give it the old 1-2 here. Oh, it almost disappears. It's a sliver. I mean a sliver, friends. You know what? I think it's a done deal. I do. I think it's a done deal. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Wow. It's crazy. So you see what I'm saying? Like I had to take a whole pile on one side. You'd think, what's the man doing to get this thing to sit relatively straight? It's a wicked axe. It is. It's a wicked banger. It's a nice axe. Made in England, of course. Gorgeous. So I'm going to make it. It's going to be a deadly axe. But it was a bugger. I just want to share that with you guys. Well, hey everybody. I'm at her again. So listen. Remember the... How would you guys remember this? Oh, it's the Made in England head. Remember the it's beautiful axe head, but it was, well, just because I've been hanging out with Dave, it had been completely dickered. The thing went on, it had a cheek smacked over the years ago. It had a cheek smacked. So the freaking head, I'm not kidding you, friends. You know when you slip an axe head on and it goes on kind of like this and your blade, it was horrible. I had to carve like way over on one side on the axe handle coming down, like so the head would go like this. Joe, Killinger, anybody else who's played around with vintage axes, you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is a bad one, boys. Oh, it was bad. I'm talking. I pride myself, friends, on no gaps. Okay? With vintage heads, it's freaking hard. You guys don't know what I'm talking about who play around with vintage heads. It just is. And I pride myself on not having any. On I don't know how many axes I've sent out there. I think we're getting close. I don't even know. I got to count. I keep saying I'm going to, but I don't. Anyways, this freaking axe, you guys, gals, women, and children, my main concern was getting the freaking thing straight off the head. Okay? And it is, if it's out a millimeter, I'd be surprised. But the funny thing is, like I had to get it, you know what I mean, friends, straight down, right? Okay? And it is that. It is that, believe me. But I had to chew up this part of the axe in order for the head. It was nuts. So in doing so, it was crazy. I'm not kidding you. Look at it. It almost like, it's good, but bottom line, the freaking thing's on there like nobody's business. And it's gapless. almost. Well, I'll tell you right now, she ain't going anywhere. Now, if there's guys, well, there's lots of guys out there making axes. This countersunk wedge business, okay? Well, I'll tell you what I had to do. Look it. Check it out. 2 absolutely beautiful axes. I had to get rid of them. I wasn't happy. I made them and they were beautiful, gorgeous. But then I actually took a look at one, and one was the English head. It was the English head. It was caulked a little bit. And I remember seating it the first time. It was to fit. It was so hard, but it was such a cool axe that I persevered with it. But it was passable. But now that my eye's a little more, I'm picky. I'm evolving. I'm getting like, I want perfect, right? So I cut it off. So there it is. And it's actually a good thing, because this handle, it wasn't the greatest handle. You see the grain, it's a 45 on the grain, and the pattern's a little loose, like it's a wider grain. I beat the crap out of the axe testing it. It's solid, but still. So anyways, now it's got an unreal, awesome handle on it. And there was another one that I wasn't happy with, and I tore it apart too, which was a shame, because it was a nice handle. So those are my new drumsticks. Right there. 2 new drumsticks. Gosh. What are you gonna do? Oh, I think I need some bigger drumsticks. These are a little small here. I'm gonna try these here. It's a kind of a custom, they're like they're custom drumsticks. This thing was nuts. I'll tell you right now, though. Look at the wood. Look at the wood bowing over the sides. It's oh yeah, look at it. It's like ripping right over the side. This is a neat axe, friends. This made in England axe. It's not dickered. Dickered is not the right word, but it is. It's a survivor. Let's put it that way. The survivor. That's what it is. It's solid. It's a beautiful axe. The fitmanship is bar none, just deadly. Yeah, it worked out nice. It worked out real nice. I got my countersunk wedges going on. I love that. I love that business. I'll chamfer it a little bit and clean it up. Like more like, where's that one? Oh, I put it back. Oh no, here it is. Here it is here. This is my plum. More like that. More cleaned up like this here. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Is that... Oh, yes. Thank you. This just in, folks. Mr. Nathaniel Lorem, you've been added to the list. There's one more gentleman we've got coming in now, just in now. Brett Lamison, you have now been added to the axe list. Coming this week. Back to the show. See the difference? Okay. I'll clean it up a little bit. This is that's done. Done deal. These axes are super nice, friends. Like, you want to bang wedges? I'm telling you, they're deadly. Just deadly. All right. What is it here? Look, friends. It should be in the mail any day. What is it? It's Monday. It's actually Monday. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I'm sure enjoying making them for you. Friends, there's some crazy stuff happening. I consider you people, I mean, you guys know me now. You see what's going down here. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. My heart's on my sleeve. It has been since day one here. The channel's working. I am so happy that people are feeling good watching this stuff, and I'm a different dude. I know I'm different. Everybody's different, but I mean, friends, I don't know really how to put this. Without sounding, I just, it boils down to the yardstick, friends. It boils down to the yardstick of life. You know, it really does. Like, friends, it's time. It's time for me now to get going. I know this may sound really strange to you sitting here watching me struggle for words, but I've got some stuff to share with you friends, and it just seems to be happening now, the channel, and because of YouTube, you get looked at by quite a few other sources, and I've been contacted by a few of them now. And I haven't done anything because I don't know what to do, and they haven't really said anything. Like, there was one guy that sent a contract. I didn't sign anything. I like my little world the way it is. I love my little world. Like, I just have so much. I love YouTube. I do. My wife's going to pick up my daughter. Do you know what I mean, friends? I love our community. I love the way things are right now. I mean, obviously the money would be nice that they're, you know, that's available in some of these things, but I don't know. It's taking me by surprise because, you know, first, like Tim, you know, it starts out, you know, I throw a couple of videos up a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, and Logger Wade sees me and gives me a shout out, and that bumps me a bit, and then even August Haneke give me a little shot in the arm, and that started to move things a little bit. It all helps, right? And then you get out there, and then people are subscribing like crazy, and it's a blast. We got such a good thing here, friends. I love it. I think about everybody all day, every day, and my family and you guys and work. That's my life. That's it. Okay, Tim, you've that. I become speechless when stuff like this happens. So, friends, what's happened? I'm just going to tell you, because I tell you guys everything. What's the point? Why shouldn't you guys know? Right, Dickard Dave? Right? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. I received a couple emails from, I guess, television production companies. I don't know. I don't. I'm not going to say any names because that's not fair to them. It just isn't. It's so it doesn't matter who. So they seen me on YouTube. And I guess they thought maybe there was something here. One fella, he's got a couple ideas, and obviously I've thought about it now that they've called. They called a while ago, friends. A little while ago, actually. I believe when I was in Mexico. Either that or right when I got back. Right in there. Yeah. So, I don't know what to say. I'm flattered, honored. It feels nice. It feels good. But I'll tell you something. I am a simple man. I am a very, very simple man. I am. I have a one thing I need to do, and that is provide for my family, provide for my wife and kids, and myself. And friends,
it ain't much. You know what I mean? It ain't much. We just want to live like everybody else does and work and be happy. You know, that's my main gig now, is be happy. It is. That's it. I'm going to be happy. I mean, I've been happy for a long time, but I mean, I'm going to stay happy. It's my life and it's your life. So, you know, if you're sitting around and things aren't where you want them to be, oh, friends, like I really like to see people take hold of their situations. Do you know what I mean? I did. What one man can do, another man or woman can do. So I don't come on here this channel and say, hey, you know, do you don't like what you got? Change it. You know, it's that simple. Change it, you know. Just pull up your boots and quit whining. Yeah, that's not what it's like. I'm rambling, but it's what's on top of my head right now. And you guys, think about that for a second. TV shows. There's been talk on the channelers. People will say, hey, Buckin, you need a TV show. Well, do I? Do I need a TV show? Do I need cameras all set up in my field and all around my house and all those things? I mean, there's lots that comes with it, friends. My life changes. I like my life. I like this right here. This right here. I like this. I would rather... I don't know. Who knows? Oh, they haven't talked any dollars or nothing yet, but I mean, I know there's, you know, I know people in the industry. So, I'm just sharing it with you. That's what's going on. So, but I like this. I do. I like this. It's just, we're you know, how do I say this? We're growing, friends, which is a good thing, isn't it? I think so. Now, I just wanted to share that with you, okay? We have got, I'm wrapping axes. You know whose axe I just wrapped up? I'll tell you right now whose I just wrapped up. Okay? I'm waiting, the boys from England. What do we got here? Oh, as a matter of fact, splitting axe, True Temp Kelly Works, Mr. Mike Terry. There you are, my friend. She's wrapped up, ready to go. I'm gonna wrap a few up. I'm gonna pick some things that I got. I was hoping to get the English boys, the Prince Charles and his mate there. I'd like to get theirs out with this group here too. Alex Loughton. I'm gonna have to go through, and actually, Mr. Parkus, I've got your single. I'm just waiting on the group of handles to come in, and your double is this close. Like, we're close, buddy. Okay, James DeVille's, yours is out. We know this. Robert McFarlane, wedge banger, 32-inch. Got it. I got it. Okay, bud? Mike Terry's boys, oh, we're moving. We're moving. Mr. Brett Lamison. Got it. Done. Hey? It is. It's done. Okay? Brian Miller, you got yours already. Didn't you? Yeah, you did. Brian, if you're watching this, okay, let me know. Okay, buddy? If you did get yours, I remember. We sent yours out. We did, didn't we? Yeah, good. Slumdog, double bit. Darren, 28. Darren Trout or Frout. Done, buddy. Done. It's built. Okay? Blaze, I think yours is built too, buddy. I do. Friends, I got hit with orders, okay, and I'll tell you something honestly, it got to the point where I couldn't. I thought it was going to be, hey, you betcha, James, will get your axe, set up the camera, do an axe, go to work for a few days, and oh, another axe order. Hey, right on, let's set up the camera, do another. No, friends, I had these big plans to do videos of the whole build, and I mean, I've still got the letters of authentication, but oh my goodness, Buck, I got too busy. I had to, and then the merchandise hit. I got overwhelmed. Well, not over. Well, yeah, I did. I got overwhelmed. I had to narrow down what was important. What's important is when someone gives me money for something, that they get it. So the axes, I mean, we understand that, but merchandise too, like that, I want to move. So if you see, friends, what's kind of on my mind, like I got a lot on my mind. I got probably some decisions to make in the next little bit. This is freaking me out. To be honest with you, I need to feed my family. That's what I need to do. You know, creeping in on 50 years old, I can keep cutting trees. Hear me out. Hear me out with this. Seriously. I'm so glad you people are here right now, and that YouTube is growing for me, because really, I mean, who knows what YouTube's going to do? I don't know. I don't put all my eggs in a basket. But I think at some point the channel's going to be big enough where it's going to start to create some revenue, I would think. That's what they tell you, right? Okay, so anyhow, I love this, by the way. I love this stuff. You guys know that. So now, I shouldn't have said that. I lost what I was going to say. I hate doing that. Okay, 50, smashed up. You know what I'm saying. Like climbing trees. Okay, I climb trees. Say I climb trees till I'm 60 years old. 65, say, who knows, okay? Come on, right? Then what? No exit plan. You see what I'm saying? So I've got a family to look after. So I have to think exit plan. I do. It's the evolution. I have to think exit plan. Something that will continue to create revenue for my family after I'm done, smashed up and finished. This industry's tough on the freaking carcass. You know it is. I already been going for 20 years. So you see what I'm saying? So it sounds, those things sound great, but it's scary as well. I like my life, friends. I like it here. You guys in this, and you know, if I could create something here on YouTube that would so help support my family, and I'd still cut trees, obviously, because I will always do that for people who I want to. You know, like that's where this thing's at now, friends. And I love it. I do. I love it. And I designed it that way. I got rid of overhead. I got rid of my trucks and chipper, and that's where Victor came in. He bought my stuff. I got no big payments anymore. You know what I mean? I can just cut with my old McCULLOCHs and hope. My plan was to cut for people for nothing. That was my plan. That's my goal. Is to hopefully at some point create some revenue through YouTube or somewheres, accumulation of maybe a little bit of merchandise in the YouTube AdSense or whatever. I talk about this stuff, friends, because I don't care. It's life. People, money is money. It's needed for living. Unfortunately, that's life. So I got no problem talking about those types of things to people. I don't care. People need money to live. So, you know, if YouTube's going to pay me to continue to do this and hang out with you guys, guess what? I'm doing it. And we're going to grow and spread this message that we've been spreading and help people. What a bonus. What a bonus. I love it, friends. I do. I didn't know people were going to be helped. I had no idea. I knew that maybe someone would be entertained, at least. That would be fun. I didn't know that. Oh, some of the emails I've been getting. We've just begun. We have literally just begun. I love the fact that you guys are here and subscribing and support me. I can't freaking ask you people for money. Remember Patreon? Remember we talked about Patreon for about, I think it was about 10 minutes. I didn't know what it was. Someone mentioned it to, a few people mentioned it to me. Billy Ray, you should do Patreon. I think this channel would be perfect for Patreon. You should talk to your subscribers about it. Also, Billy Ray hears about Patreon. He goes, oh, what's that? Oh, it's where people, if they want to, they can support the channel. So I spit it out on a video one day. You should have seen within 30 seconds the freaking negative comments that came in. You freaking YouTubers, you think you're freaking Hollywooders, and as soon as you get a couple subscribers, you think we start asking for money. Go get a job. Oh yeah, friends. Trust me, it was ugly. 10 minutes after I said that video, I put another video up and I said, hey, guess what? Patreon, forget about it. I didn't even say it. It's a thing of the past. Gone, never to be said again. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't make my living on YouTube. You know what I mean? So, I just have been doing what you guys have been telling me to do. Make t-shirts, Buckin. Okay, I'll make t-shirts. Talk about Patreon, Buckin. You should try Patreon. Okay, what's Patreon?
Oh, no, you mean in breaking news, friends? This just in. Friends, invest in yourselves and be kind. And thank you all so much for everything you do on the channel and all the support that everyone gives me and the freaking positive comments and way that we have about this channel. It's special to me and I hold it close to my heart. Thanks everybody. Be kind.